AM 1240, WGBB.com. Ron, I'd like to take the conversation in a slightly different direction. One of the most distressing items that we see and that concerns us is that the major media seems to celebrate thug life. And they have caused our young people not only to imitate that lifestyle, but to actually desire and make it a priority in their own lives. Now, we know that thug life is strongly related with the destination of the industrial prison system. What can we do as a community of faith to combat that lifestyle and the attraction that lifestyle has for our young people today?
What I've learned, and especially dealing with the population I'm dealing with in the jails, a lot of them are following that illusion because they haven't properly been told the truth yet. And that truth is a reality. That truth is this. They're attaching to these kind of people only for the simple fact that there's nothing else being offered that's gravitating to their attention. But we have the pieces in place to actually teach them a different method. And I believe that's what we have to really do with the young people right now, is we have to tap into the creative genius that they already have within them, and then direct that. So it's not like you're giving them something. You're just taking what they have and teaching them how to utilize it.
Okay. Now, there are a number of items that I know that you're desirous of talking about. One of the additional questions that I want to ask you has to do with the greatest challenge you see people who are re-entering society, those who are coming out of the prison system. What are the biggest problems that they face coming back into society?
The biggest problem that they face is, honestly, lack of community support and different pieces being put in place to actually help them process. What's happening is that if I pick up somebody from upstate and they're coming home, now if I'm not there to walk them through how to get money out of a cash machine or how to get their ticket or their train ticket, 5 minutes of frustration can cause a person to immediately return. But it's almost like when they're coming from prison to back to society, it's like going into a foreign country. And that's a phenomenon that people are not touching. I mean, when we go to church, we want church not just to appease our ears or appease our attitude. We want to appease our spirit. So you have to tap to the spirit of the people, and that spirit of frustration is, I'm a foreigner in the place that I came from.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Can I right through here, Bishop? Because this is just right up my alley. You know, two things. The thug thing. I want to tap into, and then I want you to help us on tonight and educate us. I'm a believer that if we teach people the truth, that it will shift their response. Change your mind, change your thinking, you change your future. Minister Spade is here with me on tonight, and some years back he came to me and he shared with me, he said, I saw a guy with a shirt on that said thugs, and it was true honor unto God's soldiers. You know, and so if we shift the dynamics of someone's thinking, you know, we help them to re-enter society. The second thing is I need you to help us on tonight and to educate our people. We give Ray Ray and Junebug a coming home party when they get out of jail. But we don't give them a graduation party when they graduate college. And so it's not always the people's fault. It's sometimes we've implemented the wrong mindset in people. And so they come home and they become a foreigner in their own land, as you stated. And so help us on tonight. Tell us what we need to do to help some of our own relatives, some of our friends, some of our members, so that when they come home, we can help them, how to help your man. If I could be real on today, because a man will come back, he doesn't have a job, and the woman wants him to come right back into society, get it together, work, take care of the household, and he can't even really honestly put on his application where he's been. So I need you to help us on tonight with that.
We have to actually execute tough love in a different dynamic.
All right.
Because the worst thing to give to a person who can't think is choice. So what happens is you have to create a dynamic. It was a funny thing, and it's going to help in changing the dynamics. You take Mike Tyson, the boxer. He wasn't as literate as he needed to be, but his trainer taught him a number system.
Right.
And that number system helped him become who he was. And it's the same with people who haven't transitioned, because if I didn't have a bank account before I went to prison, if you come to me from a financial institution and you teach me about something, a bank account, I don't have the self-interest or the self-motivation because I never did it before. So now I'm intimidated because I may want to do it, but I never did it before. I don't want to admit to you that I haven't did it before. So what happens is now you create a dynamic where you make it the responsibility on them to want to do it. But set up a dynamic the same way. If you can break down drug money, then you can break down your bank account.
All right. Truth. You have to be
Truth.
honest with
You have
them.
to be
You have to be
honest.
honest with them. I like that. I like that. That's excellent.
Good. Two final questions before we leave this section. What particular programs do you have in place to combat recidivism, and how do people get in contact with you?
Okay. All right. Perfect. Right now, the biggest source of resource I've been doing is we have in place employment referrals. I have a pool of employers who I can call on, and if they're not available, I use access to the labor department to get just special listings on jobs that I can direct to my population. And then the real main focus on what we're dealing with is housing, because dealing with the social service system is we're sending our men through emergency housing every day. They have to pack up and go back to social service and go back and forth every day until they find something. So what we're trying to do now is dealing with rehab houses to where we're trying to be able to set them up for 6-man rooms, 12-man rooms, because ultimately we're going to have to house our own situations, employ our own people. We're going to have to actually do this whole process ourselves. The contact number for me is 631-903-3718. Again, that's 631-903-3718. My email is ronhamiltonjr@gmail.com. I'm accessible because the biggest thing about reentry is you have to be able to duplicate yourself into different facilities. So the biggest thing I'm doing now is I'm trying to do the church circuits, do the school circuits, and just implement the program, and then we'll let the rest of the chips fall where they may. But the program must be implemented, and it's foolproof if executed.
Okay. Listen, this is Bishop Andy Sealer along with Bishop Stephanie Riddle Green. You've been listening this last 25 minutes to the Bishop's Roundtable right here at WGBB 1240 AM, www.am1240wgbb.com. Again, our telephone number is 631-888-8811. For the last several minutes, we've been talking to Ron Hamilton along with the Sankofa program here on Long Island. It's been our delight and our joy to have you with us tonight, and we wish you well, and certainly anything that we can do to help you in that endeavor. Both of these congregations, Joshua Baptist Cathedral and Hollywood Full Gospel Baptist Cathedral, stand ready and make themselves available to be supportive.
Thank you.